Hello, you beautiful nerds. Welcome to the Drunk Banthas podcast, where we talk about sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and all the popular art that we love. Also, we do it drunk.
Mostly.
We're only mostly drunk. I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, Brother Bill. How you doing? I guess I asked you at a bad time.
I'm doing good, y'all. How y'all doing out there? It's your favorite cousin out here getting it in with my good green cup of delicious, clean, white, clear tequila.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, I'm also drinking on some tequila.
Look, man, get you one of these. Go ahead. You know how you get you one of these? Leave a comment. Leave a comment right now. Most everybody who leaves comments so far already got t-shirts. So, how about some new people? You still got chances to win a t-shirt. You can still win a t-shirt. All you new people.
Yeah, leave a comment. Talk about whatever you want, but then at the end, just be like, "Wear my t-shirt, though. Wear my t-shirt, though."
Right.
Because otherwise we'll just assume that you already have one.
Right. I mean, most of them already know who already got one, but
I literally have forgotten all the people that, or not all the people. There's a couple people I know. I know definitely have some.
If you got a t-shirt, leave a comment so you remind us, yo, I got a t-shirt. Also, you're kind of a look at me Louie, you know what I'm saying? Like you're like, yo, I got a t-shirt. I was like there at the beginning, bro. I really had 96 subscribers, dog.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we do have a little housekeeping up top. I just want to get to shout outs to Rachel. She's been watching the channel for years.
Is this a V? Or is this a V?
Yeah, she always leaves great comments. Rachel V. And we just passed the 3-year anniversary of the channel. So thank you guys for all the support over the years. Really appreciate it, honestly.
It's not doable without y'all.
It's really not. It's literally not. I would have given up on this a long time ago if it wasn't for you guys. So I really, really appreciate all the support. But I'm sure that you guys are probably upset with us because you guys are probably thinking, you guys are nerds. Why aren't y'all talking about Secret Invasion? Where's the Secret Invasion Drunk Banthas podcast? Well, that's because we were kind guests, humble guests of the 9 Nerd Yards channel. They invited us onto their live stream where we talked about every episode of Secret Invasion. So you guys can check that out at the 9 Nerd Yards channel. The link is in the description. But enough about that. Now that we're getting all that boring stuff out of the way, subscribe, all that stuff.
Do we have any new subscribers we want to shout out?
We get new subscribers, but not all of them are like public. You know, they don't always tell you who it is.
Shout out to Joe, who was on the Righteous Gemstones
Shout out to
episode
Joe.
Recently. He shouted us out and gave us some love, and he's a cool dude. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, real cool dude. And you know what? While we're giving shout outs, I also just want to say
this is a shout out
to my brother Adam. To our brother Adam. Mighty Morphin. I'm sorry that I made you feel like I downplayed how important Mighty Morphin Power Rangers was in our life, in our childhood. Of course, it's very integral, even though we shat on that movie a lot.
Look, we did give a fucking caveat at the beginning that we did love this movie when we first saw it.
Yeah.
Caveat.
I feel like we were pretty safe on it.
That's like saying, "Oh, you spoiled the movie for us," but I already said there's no spoilers. See, we didn't misrepresent it. But I'm sorry that was so harsh. That we did it so harsh. We could have did a little. We could have been a little easier on it.
But anyway, Bill, are you excited? Because I'm excited. Because today we're talking about the Kung Fu drama from the mind of Justin Lin and Bruce Lee, Warrior, Season 3, Episode 7.
Is that new? I'm supposed to be excited.
Why wouldn't you be excited? It's the most exciting television show of the summer.
Why didn't you tell me I was supposed to be excited, Producer Penny? Damn.
Producer Penny, she's dropping the ball. She's taking a nap on the job right now.
Jesus Christ, taking a nap?
This
Her hair looks wonderful, though.
This is probably the first time she didn't like start fucking something as soon as the podcast started.
Yo, people who first watch this and never have no context of what's going on right now, like. If this is your first time watching the show, producer Penny is wow. That's all you need to know.
And she is a dog, just to throw that out
Oh
there.
Man, why you ruin it? You ruin all my fun all the time. He does this in real life, people. I'm telling people lies in real life, and he goes, "Well, that's not true. Don't call the police."
But before we get into like the minutia of the story, the nitty and the gritty, what did you think of the penultimate episode, the 70 last episode of season 3,
70
Warrior?
Something did lie. Wait a minute, what?
Yeah, I didn't realize it, but this is the penultimate episode. There's only 8 episodes this season.
So this is, man, I don't like that.
I know, right? It's I really wish we were getting 10 like the
Let's
last
start that off right there. Let's start right there. Fucking Hollywood is fucking everybody in the ass. Dude, I heard the producers went on strike.
Oh, really? Producers Guild went on strike?
Producers Guild went on strike.
Oh, man.
The TV, is it TV commercials? Commercials, commercial producers guild.
Okay. Huh. Yeah, there are a lot of guilds, especially for producers. There's like a TV producer and a movie producer
And a TV commercial producer.
Yeah, there's a lot.
And they just went on strike.
And then there's a hip-hop producer and nobody knows what they do.
Hold up, bro. Yeah, Puffy. Nobody knows what Puffy does till this day. There's like commercials with him doing what he does, and nobody sees him do anything. Nobody knows what he does.
No one knows.
Shout out to Puffy though. He's friend of the show. Friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
We have no fans. Everybody's a friend. We love you all.
That's a really sweet sentiment. But yeah, it would have been really nice to have 10 episodes. But it's all in my opinion. The story just needs to be as long as the story needs to be. I wouldn't want 14 if the story can be told in 10, and I don't want 10 if the story can be told in 8. So if this finale is gonna be good, right. Then I think I'll.
How good is good? What's the criteria?
I mean, the show has. As long as it's been as good as the rest of the season has been, because I think if I'm speaking for myself, this season has been really great.
Yeah, so far so good. I would say a finale has to be as good as the previous finales, at least, right? So yeah, we got to get something pretty big happening in the next 2 episodes. Yeah, what's dope is, what's always dope to me is you never know who's gonna die except the main character.
Yeah.
So it's like, how is all this gonna play out around their lives? Because we know this nigga gonna live.
Right. Yeah.
Might as well be called the Assam show.
Which is funny that you bring that up, because it feels like this season has been more ensemble-y than ensemble-y. That was a terrible pun. But no, I feel like
I just let you do what you gonna do at this point. I can't stop you. I can't stop him from doing it, y'all. I try.
I thought I told you that we won't stop. I told you that.
I try.
We talking about Puffy some more.
I try.
But I do feel like it's like with the new characters that they've added, and more importance being added to older characters. Like Lee gets a lot of shine this season. Chow gets a lot of shine this season. There's a big fight scene in this episode, and Assam isn't the one who's doing the ass kicking. So it's interesting how he's not the focal point of the show every episode. It's not bad. It's just different.
Not really a lot of ass kicking going on in this episode, though.
Yeah, actually, you had mentioned off pod that this.
Don't say that. Don't wait. What you gonna say?
Well, there is a lot of like people who used to be enemies who are showing respect. The lines of friend and enemy are starting to fade away a little bit.
When I said that shit was cold-blooded, wasn't it? I'm telling you, that shit was cold-blooded when I said that shit. I did say that, y'all. Just so y'all know. He said it verbatim, too. Like what I said, he said verbatim. I'm telling you.
Yeah, did anything you want to,
You want me to elaborate on the coldest shit I ever said in my life? Oh, hold my beer. No, there's not really much no, but seriously, there's not much I can say. Like, we got the Hopway and the Long Z fucking going at it at odds, right? That's how we start this series. And then all of a sudden, at this point in the series, they've found themselves forced to work with each other by situations not by their own creation.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, there's divisiveness being created within their little groups.
Yeah.
And which is melding them together more. And at the same time, it's separating them.
Yeah,
from their other previous individual relationships. Mm-hmm. So that's why I said blurs of enemies is blurring, like, because the lines of enemies are blurring between like friends and enemies, because friends were friends and enemies are becoming enemies and enemies are becoming friends and friends are becoming enemies.
Yeah, it's a lot of switching sides, crossing lines. This episode could have been called Crossing Lines, but instead it's called Gotta Be Crooked to Get Along in a Crooked World.
Oh, I thought it was going to be called Doing Lines.
White lines. Boom, boom, boom.
No, that was like an episode ago. Fucking Germans.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, the White Lines was last episode. Speaking of which, Sam and Young June take Father June to a shed for treatment after they narrowly escape a shootout with the Germans. And although Father June makes a full recovery from his physical wounds, the psychological impact is catastrophic. Now, what did you think of this storyline? Father June seems to be losing his faculties. He's gotten bullet onset dementia, it seems like.
Nah, he just got poison. You know, you get an infection in your body and you fucking start hallucinating.
Which I was like, maybe this is way more
he was just sick,
serious
man.
Than it's, yeah.
And these stupid ass Hopway dudes just walking around letting him go wherever he wants to go. I mean, I know it's Father June, but like, come on, man.
Yeah,
you let Father June. Like, yeah, I was gonna say, I thought we was gonna see Father June walking around in a suit or something. Nigga, he ain't got no drawers on. You better get Father June. Man, somebody, let me tell y'all something. If y'all let my daddy walk around with no drawers on outside, I'm whooping somebody's ass when I get his ass back upstairs with some drawers on. You understand that?
Yeah, that was crazy. Like, you wouldn't at least, walk with him or something.
Damn right. Like, yo, I'm going to walk with Father June. Somebody stand right here until fucking Young June get back and fucking tell him. So he'll think that I'm walking around here with fucking Father June trying to get him to buy me a new PlayStation.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, like that was wild. That he just kind of let him go. But it does lead to this touching kind of moment with Lee Yong, where he finds Father June and helps him back to the Hopway territory. Joe Taslim, really good actor. He's doing like a lot of subtle things with, like, because he doesn't get a lot of lines on this show, but makes a lot of faces. Who? Joe Taslim, Sub-Zero.
Oh,
Lee Yong.
He is always about to laugh. Right when something looks like it's about to pop off and somebody about to fight, he'd be like,
so you can't fuck with me.
Let me stand up real quick. You likes to hit people with garbage cans.
Right? Yeah, you can tell he has a lot of fun with this fight.
Oh, you said I'm a bitch now. Is it? Is that what it is that I am? I'm a bitch.
Is that what you think I am?
I'm about to go Sub-Zero on this nigga. He just be smiling. And I don't know if that's like a defense mechanism or like an acting defense mechanism. What if he's like always about to laugh in real life?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, he's like Horatio Sands. He just like leans into it.
No. But like seriously though, he really does, like, you could tell he's like laughing, but he's like got that clenched jaw, like his shit be tightening up, like he's you can tell he's like serious. Like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to fuck this nigga. It ain't even been no fights for me in these like last 5 episodes. I ain't even got to slap nobody.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he's been like simmering. Like, we got that dope fight scene with him and Mark DeCosta in the first season. I mean, the first couple episodes. I think it was like episode 2. But yeah, they both been kind of hanging back.
Yeah, he's like, I have to kill somebody before I can get some pussy. It's the rules. And I have the rules. I haven't got no pussy in quite a while.
And from the sounds of the trailer for the new episode, he's gonna get a chance to get some fighting in.
Get some pussy. Oh. He looks like he's gonna get some pussy too. So you know what?
That's true.
I think you're right.
But yeah, then my Ling.
Before we go on, he did do Father June a solid, looking out for him, taking him down there. He showed a lot of respect and reverence for somebody he could have easily made fun of, taken advantage of, and then brought back to the crib, like some bird. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, yeah, that was an interesting moment. Even like when you seeing all the other Long Z people making fun of Father June, and then
because they ain't got no goddamn house training.
But then you see just like their laugh just kind of die down as Joe walks up, and everybody's like, he didn't even have to say anything. It's like, oh shit, Dad's here.
Yeah, shut your ass up. Get out of here. Go to the house. Go in the house. But where were you about to move on to, though? I got an idea where you're about to move on to. I think I know.
That? What?
Buckley.
Yeah, we can talk about Buckley a little bit.
Oh, no, is that where you were going?
Nah, but we can talk about Buckley a little bit because he's making some moves. Lyrian,
you love Buckley.
Lyrian, I like the mayor saying Buckley.
So you sad now, huh? You see a lighter over there? Oh no, it's right.
Yeah, Buckley's an interesting character because he's like a psychopath. Like he's an interesting, just unrelatable bad guy.
Yeah, because I got both my legs, and I like all races of people.
Yeah, he's a bad guy. And Leary and Strickland, who are also bad guys, just in a different way, pretty much offer the race to Buckley. They're like, you're not going to win.
The white race?
We're offering it. It's like, you can have it all
You can have the whole
thing. Yeah, what did you think of like this weird axis of evil that's being created right now, the white coalition, as it were?
Every city needs one, right? Every city needs some group of white men to hold down at least 4 to 5 different races of other people.
Right? Yeah, somebody's got to stand on top.
Also, the ecosystem needs to be harmed in some kind of way. Environment needs to be fucked up for sure.
Yeah,
and torture, lots of torture. And for poor people, the rest of the poor people who we managed to find that are white, fuck them.
And it takes more than one person. It takes
a group
of evil people.
You know what, Alex? I think I like being white. This is being white thing. I can get used to this. I ain't did nothing, and I've already taken so much from people. Already in this very short moment of time, I've sat here and I've taken so much from whitey. I mean, from other people that I just feel amazing about myself. This is what it's supposed to feel to be whitey.
Hey, yeah, you just take it all, and then get together with all your other evil conspirators.
That's right, Whitey will take it, guys. Look, got t-shirts coming for y'all. Whitey will take it.
Yeah, plenty of t-shirt ideas. But this is like a crazy moment. Buckley ends up pretty much winning the election, and who's to say what's going to happen next? Who's gonna? I feel like Buckley's gonna take the upper hand because he's not one to be threatened or owe someone favors, as he mentioned. So I think
I'm not one to. I don't like to owe people favors.
And then Strickland was like, well, you gonna owe us some. Right. He's just like straight up with it.
He's like, well, you know what? That's interesting. Buckley was like, I don't like getting fucked in the ass. Nigga leaned over on him and said, well, I guess you gonna need to learn to get fucked in the ass. Because I'm gonna be fucking you in the ass.
I guess you're just not going to enjoy this.
You're gonna have to get some acting classes. Because I'm about to be running through your shit, son.
Strickland is very vicious, as we've already seen.
This nigga coming harder in the paint than Rod Strickland. You heard. Okay.
And as we saw in the end of this episode, Lai is stalking Strickland.
That's a good one. Stalking Strickland, Rod Strickland, because he got a rod, he's fucking you with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure. I see the connective tissue there.
Ew.
But this
gets worse and worse.
But what do you think Lai is gonna do here? Do you think she's gonna go after Strickland?
Oh yeah, no, she's stalking Strickland. She's becoming a serial killer. She don't, she out here stalking. She learned how to do this. You know what I'm saying? She just got to get rested up. You know what I'm saying? What's her name? She's not ready yet because she's a little sore. She still, she got PTSD. She was in love. All this kind of shit. But hey, shit, I'm ready.
Yeah, she's
ready
like,
to go.
Recon real quick.
I can do recon. I don't need to be ready to do recon. I can see him. I could just see him, look at him, just look at him.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, Toy does
look.
Yeah, she's not at 100% yet, and we even see this in a scene where this pimp basically rolls up in her house and says he's got a quarrel because all the women that Toy brought back from the ranch, they weren't all her and under her employ. Before, some of them were girls that white lady liberated from other whorehouses. So,
but didn't none of them want to be hoes?
None of them wanted to be hoes.
No mo.
I ain't going to hoe no mo.
I'm telling you, I'm quitting. It's the last time I go out on that stroll for you, Big Daddy.
And yeah, she Atoy got into a fight with this guy, and she handles herself for a little while, but the dude ends up getting the upper hand. She ends up having to get saved by Lai and Lurch. I don't know the other dude's name, but I'm gonna call
his name's Lurch or Chinese Lurch. Chinese Lurch, not to be confused with Lurch.
He just knocks people on the top of the head and throws them.
Man,
he doesn't have
you see how big that
skills.
motherfucker is? You see how big that motherfucker is? The rest of these dudes got to be 5'9" at the most, right? Yes. Tallest nigga out here, probably 5'9". Right. This nigga at least 6'4".
Right, he is.
He come down from 6'4" to 5'9" on top of your head.
It's like dropping a penny from the Empire State Building.
Hell yeah, bro. It's over with. It's over with, bro.
But yeah, that was an interesting little moment. It was a nice little fight scene, but also just further showing that Atoy is not at 100%. But you know what she is 100% ready for? Getting glammed up for this wedding.
Oh, I was going to say looking good in the motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
That's absolutely what she's ready for.
And she is.
She ready for some wedding time.
Yeah. She's she's ready to put on her dress that she's been saving for a special occasion because Mai Ling is getting married to Sub-Zero. And Mai Ling was kind enough to invite her brother Assam to the festivities, and she said, "Hey, bring your girlfriend."
Thieving ass bitch. Bring that thieving ass bitch with you.
Now, what did you think of this moment from Mai Ling? Because at first, the whole time I'm thinking, what are you planning, girl?
She's up to something, Alex. Don't get it twisted. She is up to something.
Yeah,
but what if she's not? Right?
Yeah.
I'm saying let's play that role, right?
Yeah.
We could assume she's up to something because,
it's Mai Ling.
We men and we suspicious of women sometimes, right? We'd be like, yo, what's she up to? What she want? What's her, You know what I'm saying? But well, let's step out of that for a second, right?
Okay.
Let's step outside of that for a second. What if she's genuinely just gone through something very traumatic, almost being deported, accused of raping a white man?
Yeah, it's terrible stuff. She's been through a lot.
So, she got hosed up and powdered down. While white Irishmen seeing her naked. That's embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing. I know it's embarrassing if as a dude, what could it be for a lady, right?
So, all right. No, the only reason I laugh is because I thought about that scene from Super Troopers where they're throwing like powdered sugar on Farva. He's like, it's delicious. But sorry, go ahead.
People, I was trying to go somewhere sensitive with this.
Yeah, it's all right. Nah,
he just wanted to make it about a fat man with a little dick getting powder thrown on him. That's nasty. That's what I got to think about for 2 seconds, right? So anyway, maybe she's gone through something and she genuinely wants to have like a good experience, like out of all this bullshit. She knows there ain't nothing but bullshit to come in the future. Yeah. Let me have one good day, one good moment.
Every little girl dreams of their wedding day,
and she already had one, and it was apparently rapey.
Yeah.
I mean, vapey. YouTube, no!
Why you say YouTube, no?
They're going to demonetize our video.
But yeah.
See, I say vape, so we don't get demonetized.
Yeah. But it is interesting because like this actress is really, really good. And I didn't believe her in this moment, which makes me feel like she was lying, like she's being insincere. I feel like we've seen her be genuine and sincere in moments when she's not trying to get the upper hand on somebody.
Yeah, but I think all of those were almost getting deported, though.
Yeah, that's true. It's could have changed her. I'm sure that it changed.
The life she left was getting raped and beaten, raped and beaten, and none of that is what she, that's just, so in her mind she's been faced with that. That's also at hand, like in the back of her mind, like I'm not just going back to China. I'm going back to China. I'm going back to 1860s China. Motherfucker, they ain't even got good electricity running around this bitch. This motherfucker's struggling, selling their kids and shit. I'm not doing all this, man.
It was not a good time to go back to China.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, that's not a shot at China. It just was. Yeah, it just was what was going on at the time. Also, there were places in the United States of America that you didn't want to be as well. It might as well have been in China at the same time period, just so you know.
Yeah,
I'm sure the people in Nebraska and we're not doing too good either at this time and period.
Yeah, there's a lot of terrible places all over the world back in that time. Luckily,
1865.
Luckily, everything's just fine now.
Everywhere.
All over. Then later on, we do get the little storyline with the few Irish immigrants who were arrested for trying to steal from a group of Chinese men. We had to bring back these dumbass kids who always have to do something stupid every season that Larry has to get mad about. But in response, the men venture into the Chinese men who were stolen from. They venture into Irish territory and beat up a man who was completely not involved. And this prompts
he was just drunk, trying to get some puss.
Yeah, he was just a drunk dummy.
He ain't done it for wanting some Asian.
Well,
what I'm saying? He
racist.
He just wanted to come off the block and get him a little hometown. Yeah, and maybe he wasn't racist yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying maybe he wasn't, man. And then he get beat up by a whole bunch of Asian dudes. Now you're creating more racists, right? That's why you gotta that's why we gotta live that life like Martin Luther King said. That nonviolent life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but these
y'all
guys
might be fucking the same bitch. Don't even know. And then y'all be like, that's crazy. I don't fuck that bitch too.
Yeah, and this does prompt Leary to cool the heads down of all the Irish folk because they're ready to start another riot, basically.
Yep. There's a lot of fiery redheads in the bar.
It's a sea of fire. And then he walks over into Chinatown and speaks to Assam. And despite the fact that this is the first time that these two have seen each other since their big riot fight where many people died.
Riot fight.
Who doesn't like a good riot fight? No one. Because it ends in murder and bloodshed. But despite their mutual hatred, they realize that neither community can really afford another riot like this. What did you think of this scene from Leary?
Bad on the budget, man. Bad on the budget riots. Hard on the
pocket. How much money that costs? I mean, do you know how many lives we lost?
Great. That was great. What was the question?
No, what did you think of just like this moment between Leary and Assam of these two
it was good.
Strong characters?
It was good. It was cool. Like, it was like, two big dogs talking to each other, but both of them really ain't shit. But they like both got to keep they shit together to accomplish what they want to accomplish, which we really don't know what Assam wants so far.
Yeah, because
does he want to take over the Tong? We don't know. Does he just want to be a happy-go-lucky dude who's looking out for his homie? We don't know. He has not confirmed or denied any of this. Kind of like we don't know anything about how he feels about anything. Like a certain movie character, a movie that came out this weekend called Oppenheimer. We don't know how Oppenheimer really felt. Well, in real life, we don't.
Right. Yeah, he's an interesting character because, the reason he even came to America, his whole objective is kind of blown up at the first episode. He came to save his
definitely blown up
daughter.
In the last episode of the first episode. Of the first season.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like his whole reason for being here is to save his sister, and he finds out his sister's a damn kingpin. So
Queen pin.
Yeah, sure.
She's queen pin.
Yeah. But yeah, it's interesting because now Assam you see him just sort of going through life, just kind of he becomes branded to the Hop Way immediately as he gets off the boat. So who knows what he would have done if he wasn't just literally chained to the Hop Way.
He could have been a prostitute.
He could have been a prostitute.
This is the gun I used to have when I used to be a male prostitute.
And I do feel like him and Atoy, like Atoy is his black cat.
Don't.
Stop. Yeah, don't.
Don't.
I do feel like Atoy is his black cat, and they're eventually going to get back together.
Spider-Man references.
Yeah.
So he ain't going to... No, he already did that then. He smashed already. Now she's the in and out of his life type relating.
I guess I meant that by I really want them to get together. And they probably won't.
Yeah, that sounds about accurate.
Because that's how I always felt about Black Cat. And like she's Atoy's a nice, strong character. They complement each other well. They're obviously really good friends. But, in this moment, or a couple moments before, they couldn't really link up. She had somebody before. He's got somebody now. Time is not right.
He always got somebody. He had somebody when he was smashing the mayor's wife and smashing her at the same time, son. First season.
He stopped with the
first season, cuz.
I thought he stopped with the mayor's wife.
Nah, son. He was smashing both back cheeks over here. He was getting a little dipping in both sides of the pool.
But yeah,
or the pond. The pond.
Right, yeah, the pond, yeah.
Yeah.
Where the duck's at.
Where the duck's at. He was getting his duck sacked.
Yeah. But yeah, then at the end of the episode, we get young June. He's all sad because his dad has lost his faculties. I was trying to think of something that...
He was all sad because his dad blew was back out. I don't know what the fuck. What happened? What happened to his daddy, Alex? Tell the people.
He lost his marbles.
He lost his marbles.
Yeah, like we mentioned earlier, where Joe Taslim finds him out in the streets. He's kind of lost his mind. But he brings him back home, and young June is he's feeling all the feels. He's like, man, none of this would have happened if it wasn't for Assam. He's fucking that girl. Wish he was here with me, hanging out right now.
Yeah, man. And then he also like tells the girl that she got to give up basically she got to teach somebody else to do this shit.
Right. Yeah.
Bitch, I'm tired of you having carte blanche over what's going on up in here. That's all I don't know. I don't trust you, bitch. Yeah. What if I fucking kill your ass? I mean, what if something happened to you? I don't know, man. It just ain't gonna work out. Right. You just gotta keep teaching these people. Just everybody in here, just learn how to do something.
Yeah, it's all but telling her that that's kind of what his plan is. It kind of reminded me in Breaking Bad, where Gus is like trying to get somebody else to learn how to do Walt's cook. Well, it's like, well, he's only doing that because he can't stand you. He wants you out of the picture.
Yeah, man, don't be teaching nobody how to do your job better than you do your job. I'm just trying to tell y'all, right, man. Just old school rules, you know what I'm saying? Play it close to the vest.
Yeah.
But I gotta ask you some questions since we ain't talk about these guys. Lee and fucking Wyatt Earp.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna be. Lee and Chow have made their way back home. And
all the way through Happy Jack's ass.
Yeah, it did not end well for Happy Jack. Jack did not have a happy ending.
Happy Jack. Never saw him happy. One time. No more Happy Jack.
Unfortunately not.
Happy Jack got whacked. He got whacked.
In fact, Joe Taslim should be called Happy Jack. He's the one smiling all the time.
Joe Taslim?
Taslim?
Joe Taslim.
yeah, Joe Theismann, yeah.
Joe Theismann?
But yeah, what did you think of like how this story kind of wrapped up? Lee is back in town. Him and Abigail and Chow have this cool little moment where they kill Happy Jack. But all the problems
are cool little moment. I just like how you put that. They just had this cool little moment where they kill Happy Jack. It's like you said it like they was sipping fucking cognac around the campfire, telling war stories.
It was cinematically cool. It was shot well. They did that. They played that guitar riff that they like to play.
Looked like they used a little wire action on him when he got shot in the chest, like snatched his ass back. You know.
Yeah. He got. Thrown back with that shotgun.
Yeah, he was taken aback when that shotgun went through his chest and it came out his back. I'm trying to tell you, that shit was great. So what do you think is going to happen with Chow and Lee? Like how they, because this Wyatt Earp wants some blood, man. He got a fucking Joker face now.
Right.
He going to blackmail Lee into giving him some. So what you think gonna happen, man?
Well, yeah. What's his name? I think his name Edmund, the Secret Service. He's playing with fire because he's backing Lee into a corner, and we've already seen what happens when
you put baby into a corner. Oh,
he will kill his whole family.
You don't back nobody puts baby in a corner.
So yeah, I don't think that this is gonna end well for him. I think Lee and Chow are gonna devise a plan to get rid of him because they definitely bonded, if nothing else, in that last episode, saving each other's lives, and building a mutual respect for each other's code and sense of morality. So I'm excited to see how that turns out. Sad to see this actor go though, because he's even in this little moment that he had in this episode, you can just see the anger bubbling behind his face as he's talking to Lee. It was great.
Yeah, I think we got some great surprises coming up soon. I think Atoy is going to be killing some people soon. I think I think a lot of the shit's going to hit the fan. I don't want to say too much, but we didn't get a Psalm heavy episode this episode, so it shows you that the story's about to go out a little bit more before it comes right back in, because apparently we got a finale coming up in 2 episodes.
Yeah. Oh, this is the next episode is the last episode.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yep. And the next one's the last one. I know, it just came and went so fast.
Man, I did that the other day. No, I'm joking. No, that didn't.
But yeah, then we got Young June. He's all upset about Assam. And it seems like he's... right? Who isn't? Do you have any predictions on how their relationship's gonna turn out, or any predictions for the final episode at all before we get out of here?
No, man, I ain't got no predictions, man. Like, I think Jimmy Lee gonna fucking fuck something up because we done had Jimmy Lee and he ain't been back.
I can't wait to see more Jimmy Lee. Yeah.
So I think he coming through to fuck up the tongue. I think he's been building to fuck up the Longzhi and the Hopway. Like, he's been trying to fight up against both of them.
Okay.
To creating dissent when everybody's trying to play nice and cute, wedding. You grown soft. What's the dude's name? Sub-Zero.
Joe Taslim. I forget what his character's name is.
Well, anyway, his character, he like, nigga, you done got soft, Sub-Zero.
Leon.
Oh yeah, Leon. See, Leon, you've gotten soft. And he's like this. What do you mean? What do you mean? And he's like, see, that's what I'm talking about. You ain't never used to smile. Now you run around smiling all the time. I don't like it. You're not who you used to be. No, you're not who you used to be. So I gotta kill you. You and that bitch that you've been fucking with. And that's when he go, oh shit. I'm gonna have to fucking freeze your ass now. Hit your ass with a fatality.
But guys, thank you for listening to Drunk Banthas Podcast. We do this every once in a while, so go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, so you get updates on new videos.
Right there.
Check us out on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Twitter, IG, TikTok, likewise, all the internet things at the Drunk Banthas.
Yes.
Until next time, stay safe, my little sword-wielding ladies. I forgot to write anything down. And may the force be with you. They didn't even have any swords in this episode. Oh, whatever.
Hold on, I got one for you. Be safe, all you real Americans.
And may the force be with you. That was good.